Hey everyone, welcome back. Now today we're going to be taking a bit of a look at going through building a model kit. Now the kit that I got today, that I have here today that I'm going to be building up is this Mercedes 300 SL from Burago. Now this kit here I got quite a while ago at a thrift store. Now the price on here $25. When I was getting this, thankfully the lady who was doing at the checkout thought that price was a bit much, so it ended up the total for this kit ended up being $2.50, which is an absolute steal for a kit. So now actually when I first started doing YouTube videos back a couple years ago, actually, one of my first few videos was a metal model of the Smart Roadster, which I still have. So figure go through another kit, do a bit of a subtle build. So opening it up, got the body here, which is painted in white, which is a little bit deceiving, as on the pictures it's got the darker background so that it looks like it's the silver color, but not too worried about it. Do see that there are quite a few imperfections with it, like there's a couple dimples in the metal. Now I could technically strip everything down and get that fixed, but this more want kind of want to build this more as like a quick build. Just make something quick out of it. So not gonna be too worried about it. Of course, if I do end up getting another Burago kit that does have these kind of flaws, I'll probably definitely look into getting that fixed. And actually, while on the topic, it does give you, on the back of the box here, it does give you quite a list of all the other metal models that were available, as there's a collection of between 1/18th and 1/24 scale models, and then of course with the small 1/87 scale right here, some decent variety of stuff. So before I get too distracted, put that there, put this around. Yeah, so the body here, and then you got the chrome tree here, which features the front and rear bumpers along with the windshield wipers and air vents. Got the grill here with the Mercedes emblem, and then the side vents. So all look pretty good, though the windshield wipers seem a little bit flimsy. So there's always risk of those breaking. And then of course, in another bag here we got the tires, which are semi-hollow, but they're stiff, but they're flexible enough that they can be moved around. And then got some tan pieces, being the interior, which here you got the part of the dash, seat, and the trunk, the luggage for the trunk, or technically behind the rear seat. Then got some more parts here, like you got what looks like to be the underside. I was originally thinking this was going to be half the engine, but by the looks of it, it's just the underside of the engine. So there's that, and then of course you got steering knuckles, screws, and the steering wheel to go with it. Then you got the clear pieces consisting of the windshield and the rear window and headlights, which I'm not sure if they're supposed to be. I know they're supposed to be the two main headlights, but there's a third one, so I'm guessing this might be an extra, unless this one goes to somewhere else. So that. Then got two big pieces here consisting of the interior tub with fairly nicely detailed cargo straps. Of course, I'll get a better look when I get stuff built. Well, actually, this bag's already open, so go through it. Looks fairly nice on the underside. Of course, by the looks of it, can always paint up the exhaust right here. And then, of course, the interior tub. So there's a bit better look at the details. So that's all looking good. And then got some more chrome pieces, like you got the, by the looks of it, the headlight buckets. So yeah, by the looks of it, there is some extra parts with it. So it's a bit interesting. I mean, by the looks of it here, looks like part of the dash with all the dials and knobs. Then got Mercedes badging right here, which could pretty much blackwash that, bring out the details. Then actually, before I go to that, with these Burago kits, they do come with a display stand, which is a nice touch, as it does give more of a quality display of the actual car when it's all built up. So put that to the side for now. And then, of course, got the decal sheet, which pretty much shows you that there's only really one scheme to do. So you got the stripes for the hood, for the top of the car, and then along the sides. Then some other things like the Burago logo right here. So that, and then 2, you got your sticker that goes on the display base. So that's nice. And then, but by the looks of it here, this is a magazine or a catalog, perhaps, of everything that was available during the time. Okay, so yeah, apparently there's a different variation of the car, which being black with the German flag, which is pretty cool. And of course, this one here would have been the 118 version. Still some cool stuff. Apparently, supposed to be probably a new car coming. That would have been coming soon at the time. Now, some cool cars got the 92 Viper. That would have been a nice car to get. Same with the Corvette. Oh, that's also another nice one, the 96 Viper. That would have been another personal favorite that I would have loved to get. The Bugatti EV110, I actually do have this one. It was already built up before by someone else. But I do have that one on display, and I believe the 1990 Diablo as well, which was a nice car. Then some kits. These ones here are the 124 scale versions. Go through this a little bit here and there. Smaller versions of the kits before, of the 118 versions before. Of course, there's the Mercedes. And then Kit Supers. See what that is. Okay, so by the looks of it, was a bunch of race cars. Interesting variety. I do have it was already built up before, but I did get the Peugeot 405. It's a one with a different livery on it. So yeah, so there's that. So that was a little bit of a quick look through the catalog that came with it. It's just a little random thing. And of course, here we got the instructions, which one corner's folded over, but whatever. So by the looks of it, it's pretty much just a flip book with pages that come open. So I'll get everything here sorted out, cleaned out of the way, and then get on to building. Okay, so starting off on the build here, the instructions are just have the one full page, just have one full fold page. I'm pretty much just gonna leave it like so. Just work on the first half of it. So going through the parts, and yes, it was correct how you do have the extra parts like the headlight bezel and the extra light. So just in case you end up losing one, you still have the other. Which now, if you end up losing two of them and you still have one, that doesn't really help you much. So pretty much they pretty much clip in like so. Does look. We'll probably need a little bit of force trying to sit flush. But I'm sure if you just work your way around it, you can get it to sit much better. So getting the next one in. This one's was a little bit more difficult to line up, but that one went in much smoother. So it's a little bit more flat or more flush fitting. That getting the next one on. That one's a little bit lopsided on the end. But looking at these two actually were the ones that went on the nicest. So pretty much going to get those in. Push those. Line up through the back. So get this one. Okay, so also too, by the looks of it, there's a little groove on the top side of the lens or on the bezel, so that you can have a precise alignment. So okay, that went in much nicer than anticipated. So get the next one in. So get the top lined up with the grooves. Let's get this. Okay, so that's as far as I can get this one for now. But I'll work at this perhaps later on, or unless I can get this off. No, I can't quite get it off, so I'll leave that like that for now. And then, by the looks of it, going to be taking the rear tail lights, which there's also 3 of these, so I'm going to have an extra one. So it seems like it'll just slide in. And where's the other one? Yeah, got another one here. Push that one in. There we go. Got both of them fitting nice and flush, which that's good. And then moving on, we got the actual grill itself. So peel that off. And that should just fit. By the looks of it, it should just fit right in. And doesn't really, and probably should have something holding it in, but it feels quite secure. Of course, you don't want to push too hard on it, otherwise you end up risk breaking these or breaking the grill itself, and trying to find a replacement is probably not going to happen. So there's that, and then got the side vents labeled driver side or D and S. I originally was thinking that meant driver side and passenger side, but seeing how that looks, it doesn't really make sense. But so get carefully twisted off. Okay, so by the looks of it, you want to have it with the italicized slant. Want to have it facing this way. So here, get lined up. There we go. That went in quite nicely, and by the feel of it, it's a very much a friction fit. So, unless you're really picking at it, it won't come undone. Or unless you end up having a piece that's a little bit too small for the cavity. So getting the next piece in. Slide that over a bit. Got that. Okay, that went in really nicely too. And then got the windshield wipers with air vents. Carefully twist this off so I don't break the wipers. There we go. There we go. Put that. Go in right here. Slide in. Yeah, it'll slide in like so. The one wiper here is a little bit droopy, perhaps, but just gonna leave that for now. And then getting the Mercedes lettering here. Of course, got an extra one of those, so could use that for a little bit, like say like a scaled shop display piece. Maybe have something a little bit fancy. Getting that off. Let's see here. So we fit down below right here. Then like so. Yeah, I might as well go do a little bit of a quick black wash on this. Just to highlight it a little bit, as it's a little bit, can't really make out what it's fully saying in the light. So just getting that done right here. So yeah, just having it darkened up. Looks a bit better now. Doesn't make a crazy amount of difference, but there's that. And then of course I'm going on to the other side now. I'm going to do quick black wash on the other side. Okay, that should be good. Okay, carefully peeling it apart. There we go. The other one here, so lining it up. Go on the other side, push it. Fit right in. Looks good, looks good. Not entirely sure. There's a bit of the divot here, which I'm not fully sure on what that's supposed to be. But I'm sure on the flip page of this, actually, let's see what's going. Doesn't really have what it's going to be on the flip page, but I'm guessing with the decals that go over top, it should be able to cover it. So there's that, and now get the windows in. The back window, which will just press in, and then the front windshield as well. Both went in quite nicely. And so that straightened out the one windshield wiper, so that looks much better now. Now by the looks of it, gonna be so by the looks of it, the pieces we're gonna be needing is the dashboard. So then by the looks of it, this is gonna be the first decal that's gonna be used, which is gonna be the dash right here. So I'll cut that. Let's see. Get the knife out. Go along it. Just carve along. Get a bit close to it, but not super close that you end up risk running into it. So bring it around. There we go. So going to cut the water right here. So going to let that soak for a little bit. So then we can get stuff like cut the interior plus the seats, which by the looks of it, the seats are both exact. Well, actually, I'd say they're the same, but let's just take a quick look just in case. No, they look. Yeah, no, they look about the same. So it doesn't really matter where their placement goes by the looks of it. So get the one in, which they do have a back tab plus the 2 front pegs. So slide the back in first, push down on the front, so that fits in perfectly like so. And of course, grab the shifter, which of course there's 2 of them, so you're gonna have the extra, whether or not you end up wanting to use that for something else. Now let's see here, how would this? Okay, yeah, so fits in like so. Press all the way down. Now the interior on this car does lack quite a bit of detail, not gonna lie. So really there's definitely better kits out there. Like I know Revell has a much better version of this, but just going off this for just a quick subtle build. Then do a little bit of page flip going on to the engine, which actually looking at this is a fairly interesting way to have it, as all the pieces are molded together. But by the looks of it, all it is that you just snap the tabs. Snap the one tab, then flip it around. Which looking at doesn't quite look right, but just gonna leave that for now. Of course, this piece will actually just fit right into place right here. So if I can get it to sit underneath the engine block. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit off center, but from the view. No, let's see if I can get this to sit down a little bit more. No, not quite. Okay, so we'll pretty much have to stay like that, and then okay, so that will sit in the engine bay like so. Then got here the cargo itself, which fits just right under, which will just sit right underneath. Press in, fit in like so. Then got the chassis ready, which I'm gonna be taking the front steering, get that in. Actually, let's hear how will this go in? Yeah, it fits in like so. And then let's just go over top. Actually, let's see here. How does this actually go in? Okay, I think I got figured out. So pretty much just have this wrap underneath. Have a wrap underneath, and then you bring steering nut. The steering should just come up over top. Okay, so like so. Let's see if this side can go slide through. It's a little bit difficult. Try not to. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit finicky. Try not to break stuff, but the plastic on this is quite a bit flexible, so you can get away with stuff like that. So then take out the engine here, which slides underneath the back axle. It's over top. It's over the top right here. It's a little bit. No, it's a little bit off centered. Okay, so but okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what it is. The front of the engine actually has a slot right at the front, so that fits in right there. So that's all looking good. And then put the interior tub over top. So got the locating tabs. See if this stuff lines up. It does. It does. Looking good. Yeah, so there's pretty much that all set. Okay, that's pretty much that all put together, which is turning out quite nicely. Now, checking on that decal from slight bit earlier. Okay, got it right here. Pretty much ready to go. Make sure the dash is all set. Slide it across. There we go. That fits right in. Of course, then what's good to have is just have some paper towel nearby, just to dry it off so that the decal will actually sit on the plastic nicely and hopefully not wander off too badly. So that's in. And then so that now with that we can grab the chrome piece that goes over top. Which, let's see here. So got the pieces here. Which by the looks of it should just snap right in. Does pinch a bit of the decal itself. So hopefully this doesn't affect it too much. Which actually looking at, probably should got the decal solution here. See if this will help. Which I'm sure probably should put it layer down first before applying, but hopefully this should help keep the decal from sliding around, which is definitely would be nice. So let's put that over. Got that here, and then got the steering wheel, which by the looks of it should just clip right in. Yeah, it'll clip in right over top. And then grabbing the interior tub, slide this on through. And then let's see here, where's it going? Where's it going to line up? Okay, so a little bit of abrupt editing. It was a little bit tricky trying to get the steering in, but yeah, what it was trying to get there's a little nub over top to get everything to line up through. So steering works properly now. So that's good. Good to be have that dealt with. And then going on next, pretty much got the bumpers to take care of, finally enough. So got here the get the front. No, is it further? No, this is the rear bumper. So got the rear bumper here. So slide this in over top. Push the interior tub back down. Yep, nope, fell out again. See if we can get that back in. Okay, there we go. That's back in. So now we can go get the front bumper installed. Try to break the plastic free. So got that out. Make sure you got the bumper facing the right direction. with the bumperettes pointing upwards and the license plate hanging down. Let's get this, get moved around, see if we can get this lined up. Okay. Okay, that went together. Okay, that went in nicely. So, yeah, that went in. So, now looking at, got the, finishing up some of the parts here, got the tires in, which got, of course, got all four of them. And then, of course, got an extra wheel. So, not sure what that can be used for, as far as I'm aware. These don't really work well with, say, other tires that you get, like, say, from AMT, Revell, and other various kits. So might not be able to use it that often. May not really be able to use it. So of course, try to keep the rear bumper from falling off again. So let's get the tire on. It'd be nice if the tire was actually properly on first. Line it up with the hub. Okay, that's on. And of course the bumper fell off, but get back to that. Got the tires on. Slide the bumper through, get that back together. Okay, that looks good. So now we can actually get the body of the car put together, which I'll actually pause here just to make sure everything's lined up. Don't waste too much time. So get everything here. I'll get everything here put together. So we'll be right back. Got the car here now all put together. Now the decals on here were a little bit difficult to work with, as of course being on metal, it's a little bit different than plastic, and the paints, I'm imagining it's a different formula, so didn't exactly go on, but did need a bit of decal solution in order to sit on nicely. So otherwise everything went together fine. Did have it where the bumper did get slightly warped downwards, but not going to worry about that too much really. So yeah, so overall went together quite nicely. Perhaps maybe not the most elaborate thing to build on the channel, but it's just a little project to get something out of the way. Plus, I've had it sitting for a while. Might as well share the building process of it. Plus, there really wasn't too much to do on it. So really, it's just a quick little build. Probably go on display for a bit. See what it goes on. But of course, gonna have much more stuff coming up in the next couple days, hopefully. So yeah, that'll pretty much be it for this video, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.